Hello, everyone. Welcome to the State of the MLIS program meeting. Thank you for joining us today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Denise Sheriff, and I'm the LIS program director. So today, just to give us a little overview of what we'll expect, I'll introduce you to the leadership team and tell you about what's been going on in the past year. I'll share information about our programmatic activity and let you know about some of our upcoming plans for the rest of the year. So to introduce you to our administrative team, I have with me on the call today Dr. Alicia Long, who's the LIS portfolio coordinator, and Dr. Natalie Taylor is the School of Information director. So the School of Information's mission is concerned with interdisciplinary approaches to better understand complexities, innovations, challenges of a global, technologically complex information society. We're interested in impacting how people interact with information and technology and the knowledge, tools, and processes that empower people in a variety of contexts at micro and macro levels. As a school, we value advocacy and promotion of intellectual freedom, literacy, and information access, high quality, accessible educational programs that prepare leaders in the discipline, and bridging the gap between research and practice by generating new knowledge and processes and tools geared toward understanding and improving the role of information in people's lives, and meaningful collaborations with community partners. So just to recap some things that have gone on recently, in July of 2024, ALA Committee on Accreditation reaffirmed our accreditation for the MLIS program, and that our program has been continuously accredited for over 50 years. And they made some recommendations for developing MLIS program goals that would be separate from the School of Information's goals and provide documentation of the relationship between the program, school, college, and university regarding our infrastructure support and resources. So we started working on that right away, and we started meeting, August, right after immediately after the accreditation notification. And we provided our first status update on the planning process for this in our biennial narrative, which was submitted on March 21st of 2025 and was approved. So key accomplishments to date on this goal has been the development of the drafts of our program level learning outcomes, course mapping, and of the core and elective courses, and preparation for a feasibility study regarding a potential credit hour reduction. And this has taken place through collaborative work that was completed through multiple meetings and retreat sessions that have gone on in that time between October 24th and January, now March of 2026, with intensive curriculum mapping that's gone on between August of 2025 and March 2026. And this has included stakeholder feedback that has been collected and integrated throughout the process. And the goal of this, of course, has been to incorporate that feedback and to align with our accreditation goals. So three main goals have driven this curriculum review. First, again, is the development of those program level learning outcomes, which will unify expectations across the curriculum and align with ALA core competencies, as well as the other professional standards for our other career pathways. Second is the completion of a comprehensive curriculum map, which documents how each course contributes to the program level learning outcomes. And this work is really critical for identifying any gaps and redundancies or opportunities for better coherence across the curriculum. And third, the program plans to explore whether the total number of credit hours might be able to be reduced from 39 to 36 by removing one core course, and that's pending an evidence-based feasibility study that yet has to begin. So we'll plan to start that after this curriculum mapping. And this project responds to internal strategic priorities, external accreditation demands, and feedback from our stakeholders. So this is the result of extensive analysis that was conducted through an analysis of course level student outcomes, looking at professional competencies and thematic patterns across the curriculum. So we identified recurring themes such as lifelong learning, intellectual freedom, and cultural competence that were developed into program level outcome statements. And then, of course, feedback on the program level outcome drafts was collected and has been incorporated from stakeholders like you, like everyone on this call. So just to highlight the process, for each course in the program, faculty analyzed their course level student learning outcomes and identified their associated knowledge, skills, and dispositions. And they also identified the corresponding ALA core competences and, where relevant, any specialty professional competencies for each outcome. And so you can see here that those knowledge, skills, and dispositions were analyzed across the curriculum to identify thematic patterns such as professional foundations, lifelong learning, information literacy, etc. And those were gathered into program level groupings, which were further developed into those draft outcome statements. And then these were then edited by faculty, alumni, employers, and students. So the drafts, we're still working on those, and those have yet to have final approval. But after those have received their final approval, then we'll focus on developing the comprehensive curriculum map. And then this will document how each core and elective course will contribute to meeting those program level outcomes. So as I mentioned before, this work is really critical for identifying any gaps or redundancies or opportunities for better coherence across the curriculum. In further curriculum work, we're looking at how our courses meet students' professional goals. We address career pathways through our elective courses, and that involves making sure that electives represent the best practices and current trends in the profession. We normally pilot special topics courses with the LIS 5937, the special topics course number. And we're in the process of converting our special topics courses that are taught regularly to permanent course numbers. So you can see the status of some of the ones that are in progress. We've also been working diligently with USF Innovative Education to take courses through the Quality Matters redesign and refresh process. The goal is to have our courses all designated with the highest level of quality, the gold designation, and these are the courses that have gone through in the past year and have met the gold designation. We completed 2 in the LIS program in last spring, and we're planning to take all of our courses through. So some faculty news to note. This past year, Dr. Natalie Taylor, who I believe is on the call now, received the 2025 Beta Phi Mu Award, and we're very proud of that. And then one of our adjunct faculty members, Drew Smith, received the 2025 HS Genealogy and History Achievement Award. And then Dr. Alon Friedman was accepted as a senior member of IEEE. And now we'll give an update on students. As you can see here, our enrollment numbers look good with increases in the summer and fall semesters, and the yield on applications has been pretty steady. For graduation numbers, last year a total of 123 students graduated from the MLIS program, and we're expecting 59 to graduate this spring. For the retention rate, it increased somewhat in 2024 with the time to degree decreasing slightly. So more students are staying in our program and they're finishing slightly quicker than the previous periods. Some more student news. In response to student, alumni, and faculty feedback, we released a new centralized advising process. And this process has streamlined student support and has remained human-centered. Faculty advising pathways, we've been working on clarifying those by reviewing and consistently labeling the contact and expertise list. And in order to promote early engagement and student self-sufficiency, pre-orientation and pre-registration advising activities have been introduced, along with recurring academic services, open house, and drop-in sessions each term. Also, new this semester, Dr. Alicia Long started her role as the LIS portfolio coordinator, and she's launched a new portfolio Canvas course to streamline access to information about the culminating assessment for the MLIS program. Initial feedback has been very positive, and I'm getting ready to turn the program over to Alicia for SOLA's information, but if you want to say anything about the portfolio before you start that, I welcome you to do so.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Yeah, the portfolio, we are piloting a new process this spring semester, so it's been very interesting, and we're trying to provide this new course with information for the students, and we're in the process of completing that, and then we'll evaluate and adjust as needed. So if you want to advance to the SOLIS information, so I have the pleasure of being the advisor for this wonderful group of students who are responsible for the student organizations of Library of and Information Science, or what we call SOLIS. You can see the names of our board. This has been a very active and excellent group of students. Some of them, the ones with the marks, the caps next to their names, are graduating this semester, so we're going to miss them, and it's great for them, but that means we need replacements, so elections are coming up soon. Next slide, please. So these are some, as I mentioned, they did a wonderful job this past year, and these are some of the events and projects that they've been working on or that they presented. They did a few virtual panels on different topics, from health sciences to academic librarianship or archives. And they also implemented a new program of co-working sessions where they meet virtually to work on assignments together and also work on their portfolios. Now in the spring, we have an event coming up next week on Tuesday, and we invite all of you to join us. This is an event in coordination with the USF libraries, and we'll be talking about how to find research resources after you're not a student anymore. And they also are in the process of planning a couple of other things for April, and a graduation party or celebration in person right before commencement on the Tampa campus. So that's what's in the works at this point. But we also have, next slide, please. The group of students have been working and discussing topics with some of you and some of our stakeholders who were telling us about the situation of job searches out on the field, and for our students who are graduating and interested in getting good jobs. So they are planning a virtual career fair for the fall. And they've been working with some of our local organizations or state organizations to plan it. And so we are inviting anybody who is interested in being in the planning team. If you have ideas on how this could work, this is going to be a great big career fair, virtual, for all of the employers in the state to be able to reach out to our students and soon to graduate students, and also graduates, because we will open it for everybody, I suppose. So this is the great work Solis is doing. If you're interested in any of these, please reach out to me. My email is on the slides, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Alicia. So future plans for the MLIS program, will finalize those MLIS program goals and the mission and vision and the program level learning outcomes. We'll continue to work on reaching out to our stakeholders. We will continue working on and finish the curriculum mapping project and start on the core course feasibility study. For events coming up, we have the Alice Smith lecture, which I'll go ahead and advance to the next slide. The Alice Smith lecture this year, the 37th, the Alice G. Smith lecture was established in 1989 and is an annual recognition of a scholar or author whose achievements have been instrumental in the development of librarianship or information studies. The lecture series honors the memory of the school's first director, Alice Gullen Smith, who is known for her work with youth and bibliotherapy. The 37th lecturer will be Nancy Fredericks, a library consultant with Nancy Fredericks Library Consulting, who'll be presenting on Community, the Heart of the Library, at the USF alumni reception at the 2026 Florida Library Association Conference. The session will be recorded for attendees who are not able to attend. So if you're planning to attend the conference, please, we hope you'll stop by and attend the lecture. I will be sending out a form for you to provide feedback on today's presentation. If you have any follow-up questions or any follow-up feedback on any of the topics we went over today, I hope you'll share that, or let us know if you have any other thoughts or questions. I will stop the recording now, and we can go over anything you'd like to off camera.